Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you for the maximum love and the support. So, my beautiful people, today I've got to share with you what does normally say shall never see. This is Progress the Analyst, and I keep you updated. I bring the work closer to your doorstep. See, there is every reason why you need to subscribe because here I go tell you as it be. So, without not wasting much of your time, I just want to carry you along through this information listing, and I'll be right back.
Raised by fire, destroyed by the Nigerian terrorist state. We are raising money again today as a new nation, the United States of Biafra, which was declared in Lahti, Finland on November 29, 2024. We are raising money to build our nation from the devastation done by Nigeria to our people, our nation, our environment. Before I start, I'll go ahead and thank our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, who is still being held today in DSS dungeon as we speak. Our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is still being held today by the Nigeria state because he was fighting for the freedom of Biafrans, because he wanted us to live in a nation, in a country where you are not being judged by your tribe, by your religion. You don't get position by your religion, by your tribe, or who you know. He's held today because he wants us to exist in a nation where you do not have reintegrated terrorists being hired into the military and police and security forces, and they are being sent out with AK-47 to kill those who do not align with the belief of the government in power. That is what our leader Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for. And that is why he is being held today by President Tinubu of Nigeria. We remember our leader today. We thank you. We thank you, our leader Nnamdi Kanu, for what you do. We thank you for your resilience. Because of what you do and where you are today, we are doing what we are going to be doing today and what we will continue to do every single day until that dream is finally realized. That Biafra is a free, sovereign nation that aspires to be one of the best countries in Africa and in the world. Be strong. Do not be moved. Do not let them break you. Do not let them shake you. They may break you physically. They may stab you. They may torture you, but be rest assured that what is going to happen this year will make you happy. I also want to use this opportunity to remember our Prime Minister, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, who is being held today by the Finland government. Our Prime Minister has done nothing except the same thing our leader Nnamdi Kanu is doing. Our Prime Minister has presented to the world the heinous crime, the maltreatment, the human rights abuses of the Nigerian state, documented not just by Biafrans, but also by international peace and human rights organizations like the Amnesty International, the OEAS, the United Nations. This has been presented by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, not only to the Finland authorities, but also to the ICC, to the European Union, and to most world leaders. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has done nothing wrong. Because today, Biafra and Nigeria is at a secret war. Nigeria state is currently waging a secret war with United States of Biafra. They invade our territory with armored tanks. They kill our people. They burn down our businesses. They demolish our homes. They make our young men and women disappear. They held our young men, women in several prisons across Nigeria with no access to the legal authorities, to the lawyers that they need to be free. Nigerian state arrest innocent Biafrans, tie their eyes, push them from the police station, forcefully make them sign documents without presenting them in the law court. Move them over to the jail and the prisons. We have instances of an innocent Biafran from Ikemba State that was arrested by the Nigerian police, handed over to the Nigerian DSS. His eye tied, covered, and they made him sign a document without taking him to the court. The next thing, from the Nigerian police station, they dumped him to the armor of their cell where he is languishing today. This is just one instance. We have thousands of Biafrans scattered all over Nigeria in different jails across the country that have committed no crime except fighting for the freedom, for their self-determination in a country where the state rehabilitates, reintegrates non-terrorists like Boko Haram, like ISWAP, into the military and the police and give them AK-47. Ship them down to the southeast and south part of Nigeria to arrest, detain, throw to jail our young men and women without trial. That is what is going on today in that enclave called Nigeria and in the United States of Biafra. Our Prime Minister is still being interrogated by Finland since November 2024. It is 4 months now that Finland, in collusion with Nigeria, continue to detain, continue to interrogate our Prime Minister, the leader of the United States of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, for no cause. The Nigerian state has committed more atrocities, have committed more war crimes, have committed more terrorism, more laundering of funds in different aspects of the world. Nigerian leaders, they destroy the indigenes, they destroy the citizens. Through bribery and corruption, they launder thousands of dollars that belong to the indigenous citizens in several banks across the world. The Nigerian state, headed by President Tinubu, has not deemed it fit to accuse these politicians of being financing anything, being money launderers. But they are quick to label innocent Biafrans as terrorist financiers. 2 days ago, Nigerian President Tinubu, through the Attorney General of the Federation family, labeled almost 16 innocent Biafrans as terrorist financiers. And some of those innocent individuals are here with us. This is one of the ways that the Nigerian government, headed by President Tinubu, with the Defense Chief Christopher Musa, continue to terrorize, continue to intimidate, continue to subjugate, continue to destroy the economic powers of Biafrans across the globe. You label us terrorist financiers. All we do, we want to live in a nation. We want to have our own country, being able to make our own decision, the right to our self-determination, to choose who is going to lead us. Finland, you did the same. America did the same. Now, Nigerian President Tinubu labeled us terrorist financiers just because we refuse to support a regime that rehabilitates and reintegrates non-terrorists that are sent to our different locations to kill us. just because we want to stand against the Nigerian terrorist state that collude with foreign partners, foreign nations to milk our natural resources, the oil in our land, the crude oil in our land, and continue to use that to finance and use that to resuscitate European countries, some countries abroad that are on the verge of collapse economically. Nigerian government signs agreement with them, and in exchange, they promise them they will either arrest or detain one or two or three or majority of the leaders of the Biafra, thinking that that will stop what we are doing. That is why our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is still being held in Finland today for nothing. The crime committed by the Nigerian state, which many countries, including the US, have seen, have labeled, if you have read the document, Nigeria, a failed state, 2030. It is one of those documents that have shown that Nigeria is a failed state. There is nothing anyone can do, both by the foreign leaders that think you can come to Biafra land, milk our oil, milk our resources, and then detain our leaders like Nnamdikanu, like our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, so that Nigeria state will continue to give you the oil. You are in for a big trouble. That will never happen. That's why United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation. You cannot come to our land, milk our resources, take our natural resources, while our citizens, while our indigenous citizens die of abject, basic needs. No standard medical facility in Biafra territory. No international airport in Biafra territory. No standard railway in Biafra territory. No standard transportation system in Biafra territory. I'm not going to talk about no pipe-borne water. No pipe-borne water in Biafra land. And this is a place, a geographical area where you, as an international country, think you want to continue to milk their resources while our people cannot drink. No pipe-borne water. As you have in your own country, where you can go to your sink, open your sink, and just collect pipe-borne water and drink it. There is none. 99 or 98% of homes you have in Biafra land, they get their water through boreholes. So when you build a home in Biafra land, you have to dig a borehole to supply your house, to supply your home with drinking water. Is that how it is done in the countries where you want to continue to milk our natural resources? No. Those are basic things lacking in our indigenous home in the United States of Biafra. And what our leader Nnamdi Kanu, what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is doing is to simply ensure those basic things. The countries that milk our natural resources, those basic things you provide to your people, our leader Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister and a lot of our Nigerian leaders, our Biafran leaders, they want to provide the same services to our people. Your people go to the malls, you shop at the malls, you have toilets, you have water, you have basic amenities, you have electricity in your malls. Have you ever taken time to go to any mall in Biafra land and see the abject poverty, and see no toilet, and see no water, and see how we live? You should be ashamed of yourself if you are any international country that continues to milk the natural resources, that the oil that comes from Biafra land, without taking cognizance of what we and our people go through. But we've said enough is enough. We cannot continue to tolerate that anymore. We are the people. We have conducted a self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. We met in Finland, and on November the 29th, 2024, Biafrans voted and marched to exit Nigeria. As we stand, we are a sovereign United States of Biafra. We are putting the necessary documents on the right tables for recognition. Again, you do not have to recognize us to be a free, independent nation. But we have to do that. We've met all the conditions that made us a nation. Biafra was a nation between 1967 and 1970, and nothing has changed because we've met all those criteria. We have a geographical area, we are building our allies, we have a culture, tradition that is respective, which is unique to our community, to our people. We have a geographical location in the southeast and south part of Nigeria. So we met all the criteria that made us a nation. That is what we are right now. We have written to our neighboring Nigerian state to remove all their military and police people in our land. We have sent out formal notifications for peaceful resolution and peaceful exit of Nigeria from the Biafra state. We have publicized in formal Nigerian newspapers of the United States of Biafra as a sovereign nation. We've notified the Nigerian President Tinubu and their defense chief Christopher Musa to withdraw all their military and police uniforms, indigenous police security wearing Nigerian military and police uniform and security forces from the Biafran territory. We have a map which we have presented to the world and to the Nigerian state, the map of the United States of Biafra. We've demanded, we've requested for them to move out all their security forces from our land. Currently, the Nigerian state is occupying a foreign land in any space in the United States of Biafra. We ask you to leave. We've written to the different embassies, including the Netherlands embassy, the Finland embassy in Nigeria. We've written to the Nigerian president. Our foreign affairs department continue to notify these departments, the embassies, and these countries that as we speak today, the United States of Biafra is a sovereign nation. And we will protect our land from foreign invaders.
So, my beautiful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do it to like the video, share, and subscribe. I still remain your one and only progress analyst that will keep updating you on all the latest happening. Bye for now.
What a wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say, someone has come out to say, or has outlined countless times that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gun, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojoku fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Kanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samonekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Edigbo and that of the Southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samonekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samonekpa and Nnamdikanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption call one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that see they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samonapa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible. And when the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
to the government, the Nigerian government be worried about this.
Why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Samonepa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what it is now? Say a particular tribe or a major tribe to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. I mean, governors